Hi. That was very awkward. Okay. Hi guys, it's Adria, welcome back. So today I'm doing a get ready with me. This was very impromptu. I was about to just sit down and do my makeup, but I'm like, there's days where I feel like talking doing my makeup, and there's days where I feel like drowning out the noise with music or videos. So I have nothing on my face. My hair is a mess, so my hair is up. I just washed it yesterday, and I feel like the day after I wash it, I can't do anything with it. It needs like a day to get kind of gross. So I'm gonna start by putting some alcohol-free toner on my skin since I just washed my face. I feel like that's a good way to kind of replenish the face just a little bit. So I kind of put that on a brush. My skin has looked a lot better lately. Like, I know my cheeks are still kind of red, but I've looked back at some of my older videos. Like I did a video how to cover acne like a beauty guru or whatever, and my skin was so bad there, and I think it has to do with me cutting down on the greasy food I eat and probably the dairy consume. I don't really feel like I eat a ton of dairy unless it's like hidden in something. First of all, can we just take a minute to appreciate how cute this little bag is? I got this at my Nana's house last night because I took a shower at her house, so I put my bath stuff in here, and it's just the cutest. I use right now the Olay Age Defying Classic, and I always make sure that it has SPF in it. That was something that I was really kind of a stickler about in Florida, was my skincare things having SPF in them, and I really feel like for the summer that's kind of important. I'm no skincare expert, I don't really know, but I know for me I like to go that extra mile. Yeah. Ooh. This feels really cold too. I usually use rose water as well, but I'm actually out of that at the moment. But that's also something that I've really loved using. My undercut is so wonky in the back. Can you see this? I usually kind of tuck it down into my headband. I hate it so much. It's at such an awkward stage right now. I'm like, please just... I feel like I used to do get ready with me's all the time. It's something that I kind of miss doing consistently. So if I could do like one a month, I feel like I'd be happy with that. I feel like it's a good way to just kind of unwind, and it's not really a serious video. I can talk about whatever. I'm also trying to break that mindset for myself that I can't talk about certain things. That's like certain things like, oh, I can't talk about that. Like, no, I don't really think that's on brand for my channel or whatever. I don't want to really care about that anymore, because I remember back in like 2014, I don't think I really cared about what I posted. I kind of just did whatever. Even, I don't really even think I ever thought like, oh, that would be boring, or no one would want to watch that. I don't remember ever thinking that. I want to go back to that, you know, because I feel like if you care about something, then other people will just kind of by default care about it. I've watched videos that, you know, typically I don't think I would watch, but because the person was having fun doing it, then you kind of just fall in line, and it's like, you know, they're having fun, so I'm having fun. Even if the topic isn't necessarily something that interests you. Random YouTube tangent. By the way, that's some Wet n Wild Dewy Face Primer. I feel like that alone really kind of does a good thing for my skin. My skin already looks better on here. And I've been kind of just wearing this in the summer. I'll just put some of that on and go. Maybe put a little bit of powder. I like that noise. Face pat ASMR. Yeah, I've been trying to wear less makeup in the summer just because it feels so gross to pile it on. I don't know. It's been like 90 here. I also need to clean my brushes. My brushes are just so dirty. Oh my gosh, I had the worst dream last night. So I think we all have something that particularly stresses us out. For me, it's like, it's money. I don't know why the very concept of money just is unsettling to me. I don't know, I was kind of just doing some reflecting. It's probably just because growing up, my family didn't have a lot of money, so maybe that's just... If I ever had kids, I feel like they would know very little about the financial situation unless they ran up the data and I had like a $300 freaking service bill. Then they would know about it. But, you know, like... Kids don't need to know about money. That's just my personal belief. But growing up, I always just kind of felt like we didn't have money. So I think as an adult, it's kind of hard for me. I feel like I've developed sort of some cheapskate tendencies where like I do things that I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I doing this? You know, like unplugging the toaster when I'm not using it. Like, what the actual hell? It's so stupid, but it's just kind of real. I feel like people don't even talk about this because I can feel so alone in it sometimes. Like, why do I unplug my microwave? But something that's been hard for me, something that's been hard for my beauty blender is getting obliterated with foundation. As I'm talking about wearing less makeup in the summertime. Oh my gosh, I got some on my shirt. That's never going to come out. Hang on.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
Can't believe I did that. That was my own fault. Now I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah, I had a dream where I had like no money left. Like I had like legitimately nothing left. Every time I was checking my bank account, like more and more was just like being taken out that I wasn't doing and that I didn't remember doing, but I actually did. And it was the worst. When I woke up, I was just like, why is that a nightmare? I don't know, just adult things. I feel like that would probably stress anybody out though. And I apologize for the lighting. I think it's supposed to rain today. I don't know what kind of makeup I'm doing today. I'm kind of just going with the flow. Can't believe that looks terrible. I knew I should have. I even had a black shirt on and then I thought it made the video too dark. So I'm like, oh, wear something light and cute. How are we all doing? Let's all have a little check-in in the comments because, you know, I feel like sometimes we just forget to ask, like, how am I actually doing? I've been doing a little bit better. I think for a little bit there, I was not doing okay for a couple weeks. I felt pretty detached from myself and just like everything around me. It felt like I was just kind of spectating my life. I can't explain it, but it felt like I wasn't really in it, which is kind of weird and kind of scary. And why does my forehead look so big? Right? Like, do I have a receding hairline? Yeah, I don't think my mental health was that good for a couple weeks, which was why I took a little hiatus. It's hard for me to sit and edit myself. I remember I would go on breaks and I would help Brandon do videos for his channel and edit his videos, and that was still easy for me. But when I had to edit myself, it was like, I just couldn't do it. I don't know why. I felt like I was just judging myself too much. Okay, so for my eyebrows, I really just kind of take a eyebrow pencil and I put it on with a brush. I think it makes it less harsh. Where did that go? I was just using it. Now I have no clue where it is. I guess I only have one eyebrow today. What the actual heck? What? That is completely gone. Baffled. Actually, I'm really just gonna be okay. All right, wow, it appeared right there. So while we're talking about Area 51 and everything, I have a theory that everything that disappears just kind of goes there, just kind of like teleported there. I saw a joke that was like, oh, when you go to Area 51 and you find all your lost socks. I'm like, yeah, that seems about right. I love the Area 51 meme. I think it's so good, and I feel like I've waited so long for something like this. I love things that it feels like the world is coming together. It almost reminds me of the feeling of when Pokemon Go came out. Like, it felt like the world just united for just a little bit, and it was nice. So if we can all bond over some alien cheek clapping for just a month, then, you know, it's a good life. I don't think I'd label myself a conspiracy theorist, but I find conspiracy things fascinating. I like to indulge in it a little bit, but I don't know how much I actually read into things. But Area 51's a creepy one. I watched a documentary about this guy that used to work there. I think it's on Netflix. I forget what it was called. It was probably something with Area 51 in the title. It was trending. Shockingly. I don't know, things like that just freak me out. I feel like the more I think about government things, it just scares me too much. So I'm like, my mind is too fragile for this. I can't. So now I'm gonna conceal around my brows. If anyone has recommendations to get that out, please help me. So I'm pretty sure that I have a wedding date set for Brandon and I at this point, which I don't know. I'm still kind of like on the fence of how much I want to share regarding that. I mean, I may just share it after it's all said and done. I mean, I do want to show some of the planning process. I think I'm gonna make like the centerpieces and things like that. So if you guys want me to record some of the process, I do have a bit of a venue horror story that I could share if you guys really want me to. It was so awful. My mom and I laugh about it to this day because it was just so weird. Your girl's not picky at all, but this was like, I wouldn't care if we had it at Taco Bell because apparently Taco Bell does weddings. And I'm like, it's fine. You know what, it's worse than that, it's bitch, you got me screwed up. I'm also just having like a bit of a hard time with my birthday being around the corner. I feel like it kind of happens every year, especially since I've been in my 20s, how weird getting older feels. But the 20s are just, they're weird. I don't know why it's so weird. 25 flew for me. I don't think I ever got used to telling people I was 25. I feel like I still want to say that I'm like 22. I'm not used to the idea. And if it stays like this into my 30s, I'm gonna be so freaked out that, yeah. Let me kind of... All the compliments I've been getting on my eye makeup, I have to say, I've been using the Festival by Juvia's. I need to get more palettes by this brand because I am so drawn to this now. I feel like I slept on it a little bit when I first got it. They're so cheap. This is like $14 and you get all of this. It's so pigmented and so nice. You don't have to really layer and layer and layer it. You can really just do one layer of it and you're good. Do you remember back in like 2010 when everyone was like, OMG, I'm so random? Okay, I'm gonna be random for like 5 minutes. I hate Bath and Body Works. I hate them. And do you wanna know why? If you follow me on Twitter, you might already know why, but I fell in love with a candle back in 2013 called Cider Donut. And this may seem kind of ridiculous, but I have been waiting for that donut candle to return. Waited 6 years to see that candle again, and it has yet to come back. Around this time of year, every year since then, I'm like, maybe it'll come back. I don't know, but it just doesn't. And I think Bath and Body Works is really, really screwing up with that one. I'm so sick of all the candles that just smell like maple syrup. I'm like, girl, I don't want maple syrup in my house. Okay, it makes me feel like it's like stuck in my carpet. It's in my hair. I don't want to smell that all around me. I just don't. They got pumpkin pecan waffle. They got these pancakes. They got like blueberry pancakes. I'm like, all those pancake and waffle candles smell like a syrup. I don't smell blueberries. I don't smell pumpkin. I just smell maple syrup. And it's not a terrible smell, but I got sick of it very fast. The Cider Donut candle was perfect. It was a flawless creation that is now taken for granted and not brought back. And it's just an atrocity, and I'm sick of it. I'm only being funny to a certain extent, to where like I'm actually serious that they're just making a huge mistake. Now, granted, I still have 2 of those candles, but I use them very sparingly because I don't know when I will ever see her again. I should just do a whole video like F Bath and Body Works. Like, I used to spend all my money at Bath and Body Works. I swear, even for someone as frugal and hates spending money like I do, I would spend so much money on candles and fragrances and kind of just doing a light contour today. I'm not going super crazy. I feel like in this heat that it's just gonna like melt off anyway. This is a Estee Lauder little compact thing that I've had for years, but I never opened it. That might be the extent of what I do with my eyes today. That could be it. Maybe I should do like a makeup for beginners video because I feel like I wish I would have watched some things like that when I was younger. I don't know. I really love this Tarte Sea Glass liquid eyeshadow. Just kind of throw some of this on in the middle and dab it out with your finger. It really makes a huge difference. Guys, you know what? Lately, I'm just gonna try to start living like Brandon does and just say I don't care, you know? I just want a more go with the flowy attitude. I don't want to overthink things, over dramatize things, let things scare me too much. Just stuff matters, but it shouldn't scare you because you only have one life to live. All right, let me do some powder. This is just some CoverGirl clean professional loose powder. It smells weird. I don't know why CoverGirl powder always kind of stinks, but it kind of does. I'm just trying to figure out being an adult. I think, especially with my birthday around the corner, I'm like, you know, I'm trying to figure it out. I did get my learner's permit. I've been practicing a little bit. My big issue, I mean, I think I'm good with everything else. It's just my acceleration is like, I'm so scared to just put my foot on the pedal. I just have to get comfortable with it. I think I just am unsure of how testy it is, so I'm afraid to let on it a bit, but that's really it. That's really my only issue. I'm glad that I'm not one of those people that like slams on the brakes and that sort of thing, and I'm not a real like jerky driver, which I think is good. You know, I'm working on it. I think everything just has its time, you know, and I think that comparing yourself to others is just the worst. And we're all guilty of it. I can't sit here and lie and say that I don't, but I think it'll trip you up too much if you do. We tend to just think that there's a one way to success, like there's one way to succeed at doing something. That's just not the case. That's just like your story and your path isn't what everybody else is doing. And even if people around you all seem like they're doing the same thing, they may have the same doubts as you do. You never know. I need to sharpen this eyeliner. Comparing yourself is just gonna do nothing but harm you. And that's what I had to do about driving. Like, I wasn't ready to drive at 16, 17. Why is my eyeliner so busted? You know, like I said, I could do a whole video kind of about my journey with driving and the mindset I've had about it and how that has sort of shifted even in the past year. You know, I rode my bike for a while. I had ways of getting places, and it just sort of wasn't a major thing. And I think the worst part of it was just how other people made me feel about it. Like, I myself, I feel like if I was just by myself and had no one around me, I don't think that it would bother me, but just people's judgment and input about it and just like, well, why don't you drive? Is like, ugh, it makes me reflect a little too much. I don't know why, but people asking you why you do something or why you don't do something is just so weird. And it kind of just makes you second guess yourself for some reason. I guess when you're not super confident about it anyway, but you're just kind of like, I don't know. Growing up and figuring life out is really all at your own pace. I've always just kind of done things at my own pace and when I'm ready to. And even if I'm somewhat behind from my peers, it is what it is. I can't let it bother me. And it's not something that I consciously do. I don't know. I just wait for things to come naturally to me. I don't like to force myself into situations. And I know adulthood is about being uncomfortable. You're gonna have to do things that you don't want to do. I don't know. I'm trying to break free of getting in my own way and doing more harm than good to myself, which I feel like I am guilty of doing a lot. It's just anxiety. It makes you like, oh, you're not good enough. Oh, this sucks. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Doing your makeup in the heat is the worst. Just feels like it's not even sticking to your face. I just want to say though that I really appreciate you guys for your support and your comments and I don't know, just the positivity that you guys have about really anything. And even when I'm not my best, you guys still see the best in me and care about me. So that really means a lot that I have that. You know, I've felt the judgment of doing YouTube at times where people just don't get it. They don't think that it's practical. They think it's a waste of time. I don't think there's a day that has gone by in the past 7 years that I haven't thought about YouTube and just, you know, what I want to do and the videos I want to make and just how I can amplify my experience on it even more. I look super washed out right now and I don't know why. I look so much better in the mirror and then I look in my viewfinder and it's like, ugh, not really sure why that is. I don't even know. Well, for my birthday this year, I think I definitely need a new hair straightener. That's something for sure that is like a need. I mean, I really want to go to the beach, but I think I'm already doing that. because I think Brandon and I are going to Florida like mid to end of August. Actually, I don't think we are. I know we are. That's something I also have to stop doing, is saying I think. I need to just put permanence in what I say. I need to believe in myself. That was like a flawless line. I don't even know how I did that. Also, I'm so hungry right now, and I think I have like zero food in my house. I'm one of those people, I don't eat like meals, I just eat snacks. Then I kind of, at the end, I just take like a stiff brush like this, and I kind of just make sure that I've got everything. Yeah, so this is just kind of a more simple look. I mean, I will wear less than this, and I feel like I have been. This is like the most makeup I've worn in like a week. I think I used to do my makeup almost every day, where now I do it like a few times a week. Let me see my hair situation. I'm still like on the fence about parting my hair in the middle. I don't know if I like it or not.
Later.
It's one of those days I just can't decide what to do with my hair. I mean, I guess that's a look. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I just want to thank you guys for sticking around even while I go through things and try to figure out my life. You know, you guys are still here. Too often I just second guess myself and feel like I'm not good enough, but I come out of it, and I'm just glad to have support from you guys. I know even with the YouTube bug, with people being unsubscribed, that I know there are still some new subscribers, so I just want to thank you guys for just being supportive. And if you want to have even more fun with me, go follow my TikTok, adriakillen. It's slightly embarrassing to admit that you like TikTok, but I mean, I like TikTok. I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, unplug your toaster when you're not using it. Bye. You're in your mid-20s and you have full HD. It's just a little much.